Okay. So looking at the structure of the heart and how blood pumps around the heart and around the body. So deoxygenated blood, that we represent as blue, comes in to the vena cava veins. From the top of the body, the superior vena cava. From the lower parts of the body, the inferior vena cava. And they come in through these pipes into the right atrium, and they pass through the right atrium, through the tricuspid valve that has 3 little lobes, into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then sends the deoxygenated blood out the back of the heart, through the pulmonary artery, up into the lungs. And that's where the magic happens. And they diffuse with the alveoli, where it passes through and exchanges the gases of oxygen. Once the oxygen passes through the alveoli, it makes the deoxygenated blood become oxygenated. Once it's become oxygenated, it passes back through the pulmonary veins from the right and left into the left atrium. It goes down through the left atrium, through the bicuspid valve with 2 prongs, into the left ventricle, so a boom boom, into the aorta, and it's the aortic valve, there's another valve here, that goes up into the aorta. The aorta has 3 pipes out. It's got the ascending, descending, and cardiac, and that's where it sends the blood around the body. You'll see by this diagram here that it then sends blood around the body, oxygenated, fresh oxygenated blood around the body, dropping off all the goodies through the arteries into the organ, and then once it's deoxygenated, it then goes through the veins, all the veins through the body, coming up through the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava, and the process all begins again as it enters into the right atrium. Okay?